About that, folks. I don't know if anybody's back. Oh, I didn't expect that to happen, but it seemed like my screen froze up because it was too much for my poor little phone to handle. I should really be a grown-up and, I mean, I have a computer, but the camera hasn't. I think it worked a million years ago when we first got the computer, but it hasn't worked in years, the camera, so I do everything through my phone. And the problem is that people try to call me. My mom tried to call me. It was not issues with the live, Haley. It was my mom called me, and it just, since I do this all through my phone, which I really shouldn't. I should just have a proper computer setup. But right now, that's what I'm doing. And so it seemed like I don't know what it looked like for you guys, but for my end, it looked like, and we use StreamYard, that the screen froze. So I didn't know what the hell was going on. And I just think it was just too much info for my poor little phone. So, all right. I am going to jump right back in and do a reading for Janice. Okay. Okay, Janice. So you have the Star, the Ace of Wands, and the Four of Discs. So I'm going to clarify the Ace of Wands. I mean, normally in a 3-card reading, it should just be a 3-card reading. So, okay. So the Star says to me is that in the past, maybe you've had some trouble, but you've kind of come into like a place of respite, a place of hope. And from that hope, you've been able to like move forward in a big way. Like you feel very energized and just ready to take on the world. And the aspect of that is with the Empress. And the Empress rules areas of life like the feminine, like beauty, household, children, family, baking, like all the traditional, the feminine oriented type stuff. And basically, like what comes from that, what is coming up from putting all your energy and working on that is maybe not like big epic flowery things, but at least like it'll bring you to a place of safety and stability, and you'll feel protected and at home. I mean, it's not big bells and whistles and nothing fancy, but you'll be stable. You'll have a little bit of savings, like you'll be protected. Like it's just kind of like an even keel, which hopefully is what you've been looking for. So, all righty. So Haley is next. All right, what 3 cards will I draw for you? Let me see. Three. Awesome, Janice. I'm glad it's perfect for you. All right, so what do we got for Haley? We got 6 of Discs, Knight of Swords, and Prince of Cups. I think this is a gift of some sort. It might not necessarily, like somebody gave you something, whether it's a scholarship, some sort of money. I kind of, from just looking at this reading, I got the sense of more intellectual pursuits. So I don't know if this is money that you've been saving up or money that's been given to you. It's some sort of resource that has been handed to you. And Knight of Swords, which is the King of Swords, it feels like you are just like ready to move forward, but in like this is very intellectual. Like I don't know whether you're planning on going to school or you're getting some books or some sort of going on some sort of path of study or taking a program. It just feels like this, like you brain-wise are ready to go at this, your thoughts are ready to cut through this and get to the information and get to what you what you need to know or why you, whatever you're trying to learn. Like I get the sense of learning. And what's upcoming for that is, it's not a lot of trudgery because it's the Prince of Cups. It's definitely a lot of focus on whatever the other two, like whatever this intellectual pursuit is, or this learning, this program. That's what I get the sense is. So it might feel like it'll be good, don't get me wrong, but you might feel like some other areas of your life are neglected. But I think that's okay. Like you'll still be able to kind of hold yourself above whatever emotional turmoil is going on and focus on the thing that you've been working towards. So, and that you're initiating right now. So that's kind of a no answer, but there we go. All right. Next we have Shivani. All right, Shivani, let me draw 3 cards for you. I almost said 2. You're welcome, Haley. I hope that helps. Okay. Right. Ooh. Okay. We have for you the 9 of Swords. Again, the Prince of Cups, but in a different context in this case. And the Star. Okay. So, okay, I don't know. Maybe this is like what is coming out. The 9 of Swords, I was about to say this when I saw your comment. It's not necessarily the cruelty that we do to others. It's kind of like the thoughts that we use in our own heads to torture ourselves. So like that's the thought. It's like something you're thinking about or have been continually thinking about, something that is driving you nuts. It's causing you heartache. It's just driving you crazy. And whatever it is, yeah, if you're worried about this dude, I don't know, I'm assuming this is a dude that you're interested in. Like you're really beating yourself up over this and you're stressing about this. But just remember that these are just thoughts. They might not necessarily be reality. Okay, and the Prince of Cups, in this case, it just feels like you're, I mean, my first thought was this had something to do with a boy, but I don't know. I can't really speak to whether somebody's sexual orientation. I don't really feel comfortable doing that because people are who they are, and that shouldn't really matter. But this reading is about you ultimately and what you're going through right now. So I get the sense of almost like disappointment and concern in this card. Like he's looking at the snake. I don't know how well you can see this, but he's looking at the snake and not the flower, not the lotus that's in his hand here. He's too busy focused on the snake, which is usually intellectual pursuits. And the inverted lotus is like the neglect of feelings. So what I'm getting from that is either like actual disappointment, or maybe you're focusing too much on one thing and not worried about like the emotions you have with this guy or the connection you have with this guy or lack thereof. Like look at that instead of what you're what may appear, because the final card in this trio is the Star. So I think regardless of what happens, like what's coming up is a period of hope and renewment for your future, and it's connected to the past as well. I don't know if that helps you, but it's definitely something to contemplate and maybe calm down. Don't worry so much about what you think might be going on. But yeah. Okay. All right, Dee. Get a reading about a career. Yes, Dee, that certainly makes sense. We've all been there. All of us tarot card readers, I think all of us have day jobs, so to speak. I know I have certainly had that thought in the last, oh God, it's been 5-6 years since I've had multiple job changes. So I know how this feels. And sometimes I've been so excited about a brand new job and then you find out that it's like a shit show. Shivani, I'm so glad that I could help you. So, okay. All right. But it is for D right now. All right, D, 3 cards, career, job offer. Okay. This kind of feels like a no answer. Okay. So we're starting out with the Empress. I don't know what it is you do for a living, but or perhaps you've been staying at home a lot and loving it. But if that's not the case, you're definitely like in a nurturing type profession, whether it's something like nursing or cooking or my brain actually said administration, but administration isn't very empressy unless you're doing subjects that are definitely relating to female issues. So the card that comes out is for the present day is the Judgment, which is kind of appropriate because it feels like, oh, you're excited about being a pharmacy. Okay, so it feels like you got this job offer, but you haven't been told everything. Like they haven't given you all the information that you need to make a proper decision, which like I could see where you're feeling concerned. I mean, this isn't like a deception card per se, but it definitely is like you don't have all the information. You'll find out more later. Like not everything has been revealed to you. So that's where you are right now, and maybe that's why you're having a little bit of misgivings. But the final thing is the 4 of discs, which is like a classic kind of stability card. It's not wealth. It's not even gain. Well, wealth is the 10 of discs. Gain is the 9 of discs, which is like 9 of discs is like you have just the perfect amount, and 10 is like you have enough to share, so much that you can share more. And this is more of just like, this is stable. You know, like it's not really telling me anything bad, but it's not telling me anything amazing either. But maybe that's what you're looking for. Maybe you're just looking for stability, like a job that's not gonna, the bottom's not gonna drop out of really quickly. So yeah, maybe ask some more questions of this company, because it seems like they haven't told you everything. I'm not seeing deception at all, but it also feels like you're not you're not being handed all the information that you need to make a proper decision. But I feel like whatever decision you make, you'll be all right. So ask some questions before you accept the job offer. All right, Anna. Okay. I sure could use a reading. All right, D. Good to know. Well, I hope you find what you're looking for, D, or everything works out. Okay, but Anna, hi, I shared I could use a lot going on with some stuff. Cool. Okay, let me see if I can help you out here. Two, three. Ooh. All right. So 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords, and the Princess of Cups. So what I get is that you felt like you had everything emotionally, like you felt like you had your happy family, or just like everything was just perfect and joyous and wonderful. And then not a tower moment, not a deception, but like something has gone wrong or something is bad. Maybe whoever you were with got into a fight, like something, it's not over, but something is just fucked, so to speak. Like maybe you got into an argument or something went bad, or you feel this isn't disappointment. This is like something that is, it's in the mind, but something didn't work out quite right. But on the plus side, moving forward, you have the Princess of Cups, which says like, whatever this is just a bump in the road, and you'll be able to move on pretty easily and pretty quickly and be able to get back in there and be joyous and enjoy life again. I feel very quickly, like whatever this was maybe, it's not as bad as you think, but it is kind of sucky, but I don't feel like whatever this is going to last very long. Like the sadness, the feeling bad. All right. Hello, Courtney. All right. Okay, Courtney. I will give you a reading. Oh, Anna, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Anna, I feel like you've reached out about this person before. Yeah. Okay. But I got to move on to Courtney next. 2, 3. Oh boy. Okay, Courtney. So, Knight or King of Discs, the Universe, and 7 of Swords. So, Jesus. I'm sorry, I shouldn't do that, but it feels like you have been like dragging your ass, working hard, working really, really hard. And like now shit is kind of like crazy and chaotic, and you feel like it's hard to move forward. Not like it's hard to like you're gonna, it feels like what's coming up is like feeling like this isn't gonna get any better, and you're just kind of like digging, like you're in a Sisyphean, I don't even know if I'm saying it right, Sisyphean task, the dude who rolled the boulder up the hill for it to roll back down again, and then had to like roll it back up the hill, like, yeah. Yeah. Okay, yes. So I'm going to clarify this fertility, because it's just kind of like you feel like you're just continually moving. And this isn't such a great reading. So I got the Dark Magus again, and it just feels like someone's cheating you out of something. Yeah, like something is not quite right. So amidst all this chaos, and take with this what you will, because this is just what I'm getting out of 3 cards. Like someone is cheating you out of something, and maybe investigate that, like, or try to find out what that is. I mean, I can't give you any advice as to what to do or what that is, because I'm not seeing it in the cards, but just from the layout, it just shows like kind of like blah, but then like the future card in the future position doesn't really show it getting better. And then this princess person is trying to block the user. Yep. All right, Anna. Yes, and if you want a more in-detailed reading, I would go to Sports Magic and book with one of us for a more in-depth reading. All right, Anna, good luck with everything. It sounds like a lot. I wouldn't trust this person. That's my opinion. You don't have to listen to my opinion. You don't even have to listen to what I'm reading in the cards, but yeah. All right. Take care, Anna. Work like or personal? I don't know. I'm going to draw a card to see which, because I couldn't, I mean, I have, all I do is work, and I'm not very social. So sometimes I have to remind myself that other people have, I mean, I have a partner, I have some friends, but, all right, let me see if I can help clarify that for you. Feels like personal. Like the Empress is a very personal card, close relationships, women in the family, women's tasks. So maybe it's something in the family. I mean, I don't know. It just seems like you're working really, really, really hard, and it doesn't seem to be getting any better. All right, folks. Well, Anybody else want anything? Because I'm about to hop off. It's been great reading for you this Tuesday. Go check out backporchmagic.com, not just to donate, but like check out our other stuff. You know, Taryn's got merch up there. She and Mama Cat designed a tarot deck that can help you learn how to read tarot. And what else is there? I think there's other merch on there. I haven't explained. I know that the Sealy and Unsealy deck is coming out soon. And that looks really cool. That's an oracle deck. I'm not big on oracle. There's just too many oracle decks, and you kind of have to understand. Like tarot, you can kind of like, once you know tarot, you can kind of like figure out any deck. Oracle is, each one is different. So I'm lazy. I like tarot. Not that I dislike oracles. I have one, or no, I have two oracle decks, but yeah. Oh, awesome. That's so awesome to know. All right. So parting words of wisdom, like, we're all going to get through this, folks. We're all going to be okay. Okay? We got the energy to get through this. So you all have a wonderful Tuesday night, and hopefully there's nice weather where you are. I hope you get to enjoy it or watch the sunset somewhere. You'll have a great night. Later.